And the title will be determined in the men and women's under 64 kilogram category, and they are getting underway right now with Joelle Petchy and Joanne Mulligan.
Platform height is 54 inches. Stone number 2, that's 175 pounds. Mulligan and Petchy both up and onto the platform.
2 stones up there for Mulligan. Petchy onto the third one, goes up nicely. These are high platforms for these girls.
Mulligan looking for stone number 3 up there. She's done it.
You know, these are the same platforms they have for all categories, so they're designed really for the open men.
Yeah, it's really tough this. The same will be true with the men's under 80. You've got someone like Dean McVie, quite small by comparison to some of the other guys in terms of height. So to get it this high, it's almost like seeing Yuko Akala back in 1997.
15 seconds. Under 10.
So they are both onto stone number 5. 6 stones in this run. 150 pounds, 175 pounds, 200, 225, 250. Finally, the 275 pound stone. That's 124.7 kilos.
A number of the strongmen from Evan Singleton in his stomping ground, and a few of the other guys as well, Troy Mitchell. Besides, tell the stories behind the athletes.
150 pounds to a 54-inch load.
Cauldron here, closest to the camera.
Good as well. Cold Iron successful on stone number 2, that's 175 pounds. Tony V on his stone number 3, 200 pounds, going up to a 50-inch platform. Cold Iron good on her third stone.
Finding a slight sticky point here.
Tony with 225 to the front lip of the platform.
I think that's the real challenge of the height. Because it doesn't seem an issue of holding it, of getting it up, but actually getting it high enough.
Making sure you train to high platforms. This is something you've really got to make sure you're doing back home. You know, it's one thing lifting a stone, but you've got to make sure you're lifting it to the height of the platforms that you're going to be lifting in competition. Always train to higher platforms. Make training harder so that competing is easier.
I'll tell you what though, you can see the weight of it for this one. And Christine Matthews go head to head, England versus USA.
Both ladies, no problem with 150 pounds. Nicely done. Chloe moving nicely through the first 3 stones. On to number 4. Gets it up to a lap, no problem at all. Arms readjust, they go over the top. Drives through with the hips, rolls the stone up her body. Good solid lift for both ladies. They are onto the 5th stone. 250 pounds now. And Matthews loads it. Are we going to see the first lady to do all 6 stones?
Here we go.
Chloe has managed to lap that 250 pound
Go on,
stone.
Chloe. Oh, well done, well
and she
done.
gets it.
Really committed with the hips.
Well done.
Yes.
5 stones for each of those ladies.
And that, for me, that marks the end of their competition. That marks the end of the...
And we want to see this sport grow for these different weight classes. More people watching, bigger audiences.
And I have to say as well, when I worked at the Arnolds, and Rhiannon Lovelace was there, and she wanted to put on a show, and said, I want to try and pull 20 reps on the deadlift. She got to 14 and said, I've got to save myself, just because I've got big stuff, I've got big fish to fry. She was talking about this because this is the big one.
Yeah, becoming a world champion is what it's all about. No one can ever take that away from you. It's great to break records, always nice, but if you can win that world championships, it will always go down in history as the 2021 world champion.
And you'll be the one on the list when you see that break. So it'll say 2020 did not happen.
Yeah.
2021, you'll be next to that history mark.
McRae lifting 5 stones. She's got time to get this. Come on, McRae. Big effort on this last one. 15 seconds. A timer, a little bit off on screen.
Sandbag toss. We're seeing her walk out with a purpose now. She wants this title.
She really does. She's such a determined young lady. Loves the sport, does a lot to give back for Strongwoman. But she is such an exceptional athlete. Incredible deadlifter. And I'd say stones are probably her second favourite event behind the deadlift. Now little slip there. She needs to compose it. Just a slip from the tacky. She'll really clamp in tight on this and she'll be okay. Shannon Clifford going really well though through these first 4.
And that bit of extra height for Shannon really helping and paying dividends here.
You may find that Ree will actually cope better with the heavier stones that are a little bit lower. Just having a little issue with her tacky. Shannon on the last stone there. Now Lovelace needs to get this. I was bigging up her stones, but this is not the best performance I've seen from her on Atlas stones. Has she got time to get this 5th stone?
Well, she had a 4-point lead going into this.
What happens there? Previous event, and maybe she's just burnt out by the end there.
But what I was going to say is, I wonder, we've seen her at feats of strength do things as a single stone.
Single lift, very, very different to the end of a long, tiring, brutal competition.
And also, you're not having to worry about tacky getting removed on the previous stones. You're not having to transition, you're not having to be mobile.
I'm a little bit confused as to what's going on now. Hannah Cold Iron is going again. Apparently there was an equipment malfunction for Cold Iron and she has been given a second attempt. And if she gets this stone up, this could be bad news for Rhiannon.
This is big! Can she? Oh, just running out of time. What a shame, because how much that will have taken out of her going into this.
And she would have had to do 7 events in
points, because on count back she would lose if it was a tie. But if we avert our gaze over to the right-hand side, we can see Shannon Clifford is currently staring at Ben and Nick Best, who are doing the calculations. Paul Smith is next to her. Paul Smith, who carried Shannon after the carry and drag yesterday. They could not look any more nervous as they await the results of this. Paul Smith is currently bent over holding the fence, and he looks like a man who's under a lot of stress right now.
So we are on to our Masters class now. Same weights as our under...
I'm going to go and try and find out information.
Radzi cannot contain himself. He needs to find out what's happened. McCraw and Davis on the Atlas stones here. 4 stones each. Can Davis get this 5th stone up? She does.
250 for Carrie Ann. 5 seconds.
5 seconds left. 5 reps, as we saw in the under 64s, is impressive. She just can't contain it.
And that is what this is all about.
And this is what I mean by you never know what's going to happen in Strongman. Rhiannon was in such a strong position. Atlas Stones, one of her favourite events. You just never know what's going to happen. Shannon Clifford, under 64 kilo world champion.
And that ultimately came down. So it happens again. So Rhiannon came 9th. The same thing that happened to Camby, and that makes a massive difference. There was a turnaround of 9 points there.
Incredible. So look at this. Taylor Franklin is on the last stone. We've not seen this stone loaded so far today. She's got 10 seconds to do this. She cannot quite get underneath it to pull it up to her lap. 275 pounds.
Do you know what, Loz? I tell you what, it's been such a wonderful 3 days. Now, I've got to be honest, Loz, in all this drama, I'm not even sure where we are.
So we are on to Samantha Mclean and Jessica Rush in the over 40s women's. 4 athletes go so far. No one has yet managed to lift that 6 stone. Rush looking really good through 4 there.
That's somebody who's drilled this. You can see the way she preps.
Arms go over the top, drives through the hips, rolls the stone up the body, nice lift. She's got a chance of this. And look
Here
at this,
we
it's
go.
up to her lap. She will adjust the hands, go over the top of the stone.
Hit it, hit
Come
it,
on,
hit
drive
it, hit
through.
it!
She's
Hit
got
it!
this. Push it
Hit
on.
it!
Push it
Yay!
on. There we go. Our first athlete to lift all 6 stones.
That was the attitude that Rhiannon had. It was don't make any major mistakes, and it just then didn't seem to go right for her. Kiki's so tall.
Kiki likes these type of events. Kiki isn't the most powerful when it comes to the powerlifting movements, but the mobile events, the lifting awkward objects, she really excels at these type of things. And look at that, first 3 stones up, no problem at all.
She could conceivably be the fastest
That's
overall
4,
here.
but Sam is not far behind. Sam Taylor on the 5th stone. Kiki gets the 5th stone, and they are both onto the 6th. This is impressive stone lifting, Radzi.
Look at this. It makes such a difference when the height of the final stone is around your hips.
Kiki over the moon, finishing strong, and Sam Taylor gets all 6 stones. Congratulations, Sam. You made it onto the podium. Look at that. She's absolutely thrilled with her.
Shown very little in the form of fatigue, and now it's about cementing everything you've done.
34.45.
US
Just
versus
ahead
Ireland.
on the first stone.
One motion.
One motioning the first 2.
One motion.
motion's the 3rd. Jones not far behind at all.
Goes down this time. Make sure of it.
25 pounds, no problem. That one there, 5th stone at 250 pounds. This could be a 46 slow to the 50.
Oh, well done. Making it.
Jones gets
short.
the 5th. Can Ola finish with all 6 stones going
Go.
on the platform? Yes, she can. Oh, thoroughly deserving champion there. I think she's happy it's all over. Both athletes lifting all stones. And look at that.
Big Colin Bryce giving a side chest shot for the world.
Give us a double bicep. So we move on to our under 73 kilo class. Megan Hogg versus Lyndon Reed, our first 2 athletes to go, and the stones increase in weight, Radzi. 175, 200, 225, 250, 275, and finally a 300-pound stone.
Very much the business end. This really is the business end now.
This really has been an exciting category, added this year to the official Strongman Games.
And it's been a success.
It really has, and you know, you think of that jump from under 64 up to 82, that's a massive, massive jump in size.
And also the organisers have taken a risk by doing this. There was nothing to say that this would be a success. There was nothing to say it'd be popular. And the stories that have unfolded have been really, really unforgettable.
It's ended up being one of the busiest classes. There's some incredible athletes performing.
The bottom half of this field, from 6th to 10th, not an awful lot in this. So this is a chance again. There's a lot of pride on the line here.
Obviously, the higher you can place, the more bragging rights you get when you go home. It's much nicer to say I came 5th than 10th in the World Championships.
Absolutely. And Great Head really wants this.
Machine loading the 4th stone, no problem there. Great Head matches her. They have time.
Can they get all the stones?
5th one's gone up. Machine can do this. She's got enough time. 15 seconds.
300 pounds for 6th stone. Under 10 seconds.
Go. 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 No.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
It's been a long 3 days.
And they have not disgraced themselves at all.
Nice touch to reward that sense of camaraderie and teamwork and
Absolutely.
community.
This is the biggest gathering of strength athletes on the planet. All different weight classes, male and female, different age groups. All here for one reason, their love of the same sport.
Walker looking for 250 up and
You know, it's great to see the love of the athletes, but the love of all the helpers, everyone here that helps put this event on. There's so many people involved, and I'm sure the athletes are so thankful that these people go out of their way, the hours they dedicate to make these things happen. 300 pounds, Redzi.
Who goes on the podium for the under 73 kilogram?
2 points between these ladies. Sundberg closest to the camera. Johnson was fast with that first stone. It's almost like she got stuck with it though. Moving quickly.
Second stone.
One motioning the third. Look at the power in those legs.
Wow.
She's making sure she needs to clamp on. Bobby is not far behind.
No.
Oh, mistake there, giving Sundberg the chance to go ahead, and she does. Slightly steadier. Can either of these ladies get the sixth and final Atlas stone?
Absolute commitment.
And look at that. Johnson comes back. She does get it. So back and forth there, Radzi.
Who will come out on top here? And just remember, if it ends overall in a tie, count back will be on stones.
On the whistle.
Here we go. Our top two athletes from the under 73 kilo class this weekend. They've been incredible. They've battled hard between each other. Who can get the win? It's going to come down to whoever is the quickest on these stones. Murray versus Kennedy. Kennedy just a fraction ahead.
Kennedy's efficient. No wasted energy here whatsoever.
She'll know she's slightly ahead as well. She'll feel the pressure.
And Kennedy's behind by 1 point, don't forget. Kennedy's the one in second place. They're almost neck and neck. Oh!
A mistake there by Kennedy. Murray has this lapped. She just needs to load it. And can she push it on? She does. She wins. Kennedy almost snuck the win, but Murray composed, calm. She does what she needs to do. And just like that, we move on to our under 82 kilo athletes. Tomaszewski versus Areola. One motions the second stone.
200 pounds up in the hole for Julia.
So we've got the same weights this time.
225 pounds successful. They got a 60-second time limit.
3 stones up for Tomaszewski. Areola onto the
30 seconds remaining.
4 stones there for Tomaszewski. Areola just struggling with this 4th stone here. Gets it to her lap. Just slipping. She needs to try and get her arms over that stone a little more. Getting a little tighter.
Tomaszewski working on that 275. Under 10 seconds.
So much easier to handle stones when you've got longer levers.
3, 2, 1.
So we have the official scores from the under 73 kilo class, and here it's confirmed. Aaron Murray.
And it's plausible that third place could be. We've seen stranger things happen than third place be decided by somebody mid-table.
175 pounds is stone number 1. No problem for both athletes on stone number 2. 200 pounds and no 52-inch platform. Stone number 3.
Making smooth progress. Gable.
Gable is slightly faster success.
Samantha Gable really going through the stones.
Samantha Gable. Open on the
Slightly ahead of.
on stone number 5. That's 200.
And you can really nice pop off the hip there. A real explosion as she gets the triple extension through.
Yeah, she's struggling more rowing it up to her lap. Then she gets her hands over the top, drives through the hips. Nicely done.
15 seconds left. Both ladies out of the 300 pounds.
Really strong glutes.
10 seconds.
10 seconds to go. It's not going to be a lot of time. Not going to be a lot of time. Going to have to be quick. Going to have to be quick.
1.
Gable just losing her balance there.
If Anna can get quicker.
Up. Enter your numbers. You could well be here challenging next year for a world title.
Well, the war paint is on for Abigail Deal. She takes on Rebecca Cumpsty. It's US versus UK. One motion for Abigail. One motion for the second stone. With contempt here. The war paint igniting
Abigail
a
Deal
spirit.
flying through these first four. One motion every stone so far. This is the first one she has to lap. Goes up no problem. Can she load this 300-pound stone? Yes, she can. Nice. Excellent performance.
And again, straight away, goes to support her competitor. That will take some beating.
Come on, Bex. Get this up to your lap. Arms over the top. Let's finish this World Championship strong. Drive up. Come on. Go. Let's go.
Finish.
Let's go. Oh, so close there. Amazing effort by Cumpsty. She performed well.
You almost felt 5 days worth of, sorry, 3 days worth.
She's a good stone lifter.
175 the first stone, 54 inches the height to load, so with a slight lead.
She made a slip there on the second.
Crawford on the 225, up and in the hole, Sonny successful as well.
Nicely on the third though. And Crawford sneaking ahead there. Crawford looking powerful.
275 on Crawford.
This is fast. Oh, that was fast. That was strong.
And now they're onto the 300-pound stone. Crawford just ahead. Lapped.
Oh!
Nice and tight into stone. Great load there. Very powerful through the hips. She looked like she had more in her. Crawford finishing strong. Now, can Bradley get this last stone? Yes, she can. Another fantastic performance by both of these. A few years' time, we can't see that trickle down to the various different weight classes, the women's classes. The most important thing is we showcase what these people can do. We put good characters in front of the TV. It's up to the athletes to attract people to the sport as well. But these are the platforms where they're given the chance. And look at that first stone by Brock. Spoke to her very briefly before, and she said this is her favourite event. She's worked hard on the Atlas Stones. And she's ahead of Stowers. Hannah is flying through these stones.
Now, Stowers doesn't need to win, but she'll want to put in a great performance to cap off what's been an almost flawless 5 events.
Stowers has been incredible all weekend.
And Stowers is up! Stowers is up! Stowers is up!
Oh! That was an incredible finish there by your top 2 athletes. In the
200 pounds.
Cherry versus Julie, our first pairing.
Well, she do good as well. The next stone, 225 pounds, under a 52 inch.
Julie up with the second stone.
Raider successful.
Now,
250 pounds.
watching Cherry here, I don't think she's had too much time training on Atlas Stones.
Raider up and down. Sherry looking to get that 225 pounds.
Ideally,
25 seconds.
when they're well trained, you see them transition with the hands go over the top of the stone. She's trying to bicep curl them from the side. Much, much harder. You're trying to use your arms there rather than your hips and glutes to lift. She needs to just get those arms over the top a little more. There we go. Come on, Cherry, get it up.
3, 2, 1.
So maybe just a little lacking in experience on some event training, but she's been another revelation. Zambia. Hayapa, no problem with the first stone there.
225 to 52 inch.
Very compact Hayapa.
Rachel successful as well.
Very efficient. Not necessarily fast, but efficient.
Yeah, she's making no mistakes. She's nicely moving fluidly through each stone.
What you call a safe pair of hands.
Fluid successful with 275, now on 300.
So when we compare the speed of this to what I think we might see with Rebecca and Inez, it might be night and day.
Sixth and final stone.
Go on, go on.
325 pounds.
Anna doing very well here. Can she get this final stone? It's a massive weight. 147.4 kilos, 325 pounds.
I'm going to put it out there, Loz, that when it comes to the top two, Inez and Rebecca, I don't think it's going to come down to necessarily who.
We're actually in quite a nice environment in here. It's not too hot, it's not too cold. Tacky should work really well. But outdoors in humid weather, tacky can really change. You know, it can become almost slippy. And that can be a real factor. You often see at World's Strongest Man in the really hot climates. Real issue for a lot of the athletes to get the tacky right.
Well, now it's the Battle of America. Rita Maggard and Gabby Dixon. Currently, as we speak to you, they are in 5th and 6th position going into this.
Good successful. Dixon with her 4th stone on the platform now. On 325.
Both women really progressing well through the stones with enough time to get all of them on. Gabby has the time. She has the strength. Does she have
Needs
the
to
energy?
go now. She's got 10 seconds. Needs to get this lapped.
Too much fatigue.
Gabby Dixon has really performed well this week. She's had a few exceptional events.
On the whistle.
Annabelle versus Olga.
Half a point between them.
I saw Annabelle perform on the stones in Dubai. She was very, very quick on these stones. She's moving smoothly through the first 3. Both athletes at 3. Look at this. Neck and neck here. Olga sneaking ahead. Olga laps the 5th stone, and she was fast in the load. Come on, Annabelle, you're going to have to dig deep. Olga.
Will she? Will she? She has to get it.
She's doing everything she can to put the pressure
Does
on
she
the
have the
top
energy?
2. She's going to get it. Olga lifts all 6 stones. The first of our heavyweight females to do all 6.
She knew she had to get it, and she got it.
Annabelle, 5, has put in a solid performance. All stronger. She's done everything she can to put herself in a position to become the world's strongest woman. Which one of these athletes can do it? They need to lift all 6 stones.
Inez slightly ahead of Rebecca, but not by much.
They're very close.
Now they're level. Now they're level. Rebecca's gone ahead.
It's so close. Make sure no one makes a mistake. That's key. And look how easy Rebecca was on that 4th stone. She's ahead on the 5th. She loads the 5th, no problem. If she does this, she could well be the world's strongest woman. Can she do it? It slips. Olga's going to be watching from the side. Kilo, can she get the 5th? She does. They need to compose themselves. 20 seconds. There's still enough time to get this 6th stone up. Rebecca is up to a lap. She's not in a strong position. Can she? No! It was so close.
Kilo doesn't have time to do
It
that.
was so close.
3, 2, 1.
Wow. My goodness, we need to see the times. Only one athlete, Olga, was able to do all 6. How fast was Rebecca Roberts?
Well, let's talk about the number.
In the U64 category, in 3rd place, representing England, Kate Connolly. In 2nd place, representing England, Rhiannon Lovelace. And your U64 world champion, from England, Shannon Clifford. There's your U64 ladies. Moving into our women's masters class. In third place, representing Wales, Sam Taylor. In second place from the United States of America, Kelly Jones. And your women's masters champion, representing Ireland, Ayesha Ula. Your Masters women's class, everybody.
Moving into the U73s, a brand new category this year. In third place, from Sweden, Bobby Sunderberg.
In second place, United States, Jody Kennedy. And your U73 world champion from the United States, Aaron Murray. Your U73 athletes, Daytona. Moving on to the 82 kilogram class. In third place, representing Germany, Sandra, a.k.a. Sunny Bradley. Your runner-up from Canada, Hannah Brock. And your U82 world champion, representing the United States of America, Nadia Stowers. Your U82 champion. Moving into the women's open class. In third place, representing England, Annabelle Chapman. Your runner-up from the Ukraine, Olga Lieshak. And your new world's strongest woman, representing Wales, Rebecca Roberts. Your open women athletes, everybody. Moving into our men's classes now in the U.S.